Hey y'all, Pepper Guy here. Appreciate you joining me again. It is now March 1st, which means it's time for my hot pepper series to start. And I found March is just the perfect time to get started with peppers. All in soil. None of these will be hydroponics. Well, I may grow some eventually, but for today's video, they're all going to be done in soil. And um, it's the hot pepper series, but I mean I'm gonna grow some real super hot peppers, up to 2 million plus Scovilles. So I don't know, say hot pepper, extremely hot pepper growing series, but um, anyways, I'm gonna talk through, just kind of give you a breakdown of the 20 varieties that I'm sowing this year, and all of these will be eventually planted in my garden outside. And I may put them in a greenhouse. I'll possibly build a greenhouse this year, a small one where I can fit, maybe 10 plants or so, where I can do some crossing. But anyways, for this video, we're going to start with a pepper called the white Thai, and then the hottest is going to be around the Reaper, the Carolina Reaper, but I've got a couple others that could be just as hot or hotter. There's some new crosses. So how I thought I'd start this is I'm just going to show basically what method I'm using, which is just going to be the double cup, which is pretty common, popular thing to do. I like using these styrofoam cups. They're just they're easier on the plant when you pull the plant out to transplant later on, but they work for me, and they're really cheap. I just get these at the Dollar Tree. I mean, I think 20 of them for $1. So, but anyways, what I figured I'd do is just show you the first, show you me sowing the seeds of my first variety, and I don't want to show you all 30 of them because it's going to be just the same thing. So what I thought I'd do is go through all 20 varieties, give you just a little bit of information about them, say how hot they are, and that'll be it. So we'll start off with this is the Kangstar white Thai. Now, it's a white Thai pepper. I think Kangstar, if you don't know him, he's on YouTube, very popular on there. He's the reason why I started. And this white Thai pepper, it's amazing. I think it's his favorite. It really bushes out and just grows tons of peppers. They all come up in clusters up above the flower. And so so this is my mildest one. And I grew it last year. I loved them so much. And also, if you want to get some seeds, join the Pepper Lovers group on Facebook, and I mean, tons of people will have these to give out for free. It's a great group of people there. But yeah, this is really simple. First of all, for the foam cups, all I do is just pinch holes. I pinch 3 or 4. Maybe we'll do 4. You just pinch 4 holes in the bottom. What it does is allows the let's see, you just drop it right in, and let's see if you can see that. Well, there's a little reservoir in the bottom. It's about an inch deep, which is really nice. That gives the water a place to drain out to, and allows the roots to pop out through the bottom eventually. After maybe a couple weeks, the roots will come out the bottom, and you can jumpstart it with some hydroponic nutrients if you want to. Now, it will really speed up the growth of your plants. Sometimes you might not want to do that. You might want to wait a little bit because it might still be a little too cold. You might have some frost still going on. But yeah, this is pretty simple. All I'm doing is getting I got a seed starting a pot mix at I just got this at Home Depot. It does have plant food in it, so I don't have to worry. with dropping plant food in it. It's good to go. And yeah, you just fill this inside cup up, drop it in the other cup, and as you can see, I've already, labeling is so important. There's been so many times, and I've got a couple seeds in my inventory here where I don't know what they are. So just label things as quickly as possible. I mean, it's really simple to real easy to forget that. But yeah, all I do, since I've only got 3 white tie seeds right now, I should have saved some last year, but I didn't. All I'm going to do is just drop them right on the soil like that. And I've got a little, let's see, a little marker, just something to push them down. About a 1/2 inch is fine. Let's see, let me kind of spread these out a little. About a 1/2 inch is fine, especially if you've got some new soil that's really light. I mean, it's going to come up no problem. Cover them up. There's all kinds of ways to germinate too. Some people swear by getting their seeds and soaking them overnight, 24 hours in water. That's totally fine. To me, it's just a little more work. You know, you're having to label that maybe bag or cup that you're using, and it just takes a lot more extra work. But again, it may speed up the germination rate by a day or two. So that may be what you want to do. But for me, since I'm doing 20 different varieties and about 30 plants, I like just the old tried and true, put it in the soil, especially if you have new soil. Wet it. You know, I've just got this little, I've got a little water pump. I'll just tap water and just soak it good. You just soak it real good, and then maybe one of the most important things you can do is to cover it with a little Ziploc bag. And depending on the pepper, it could take anywhere from, I just want to soak it real good. I know this is quite a bit. Depending on the pepper, it can take anywhere from, I don't know, 5 or 6 days up to 3 weeks or so. But for this white tie, I think they're right at about a week where they come up. It seems like the hotter the pepper, the slower they are to grow, but that's not always the case. But anyways, all you got to do is do this. I bought these little Ziploc bags from Dollar Tree also, and I think I got 20 of them for $1. Well, let's see if this will fit. I think it will. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to have to take it out here. But what I'm going to do is, like I said, instead of showing you all these, I'm not going to bore y'all with that. I'll just go over quickly all of the 20 varieties that I'm going to be growing while I'm working on the rest of these. Just kind of go over them real quick. Should be a fairly short video. But yeah, anyway, so that first one was the white tie. The second one I'll be growing is called the CGN 21500. It is a really good pepper. I grew it last year, and I loved it. They're really small, a small type of habanero. They're about the size of a marble. And I'll list all these up here. You'll see in the video, and with all their Scoville. Oh, the white tie is also about, I'm just going to guess and say they're about 50 to 100,000 Scovilles. So they do get pretty warm, but definitely not to one of the hotter habaneros, but a very good pepper and very good to cook with. Doesn't get too crazy pungent in the kitchen when you're growing them. I'll put the seeds in these later, but I'm just gonna, for now, just fill them with soil. So yeah, that CGN 21500, very good pepper. They're about 75 to 300,000. I know that's a big range, but they really do range quite a bit like that. And just a good sweet tasting pepper. They're just very good. The third one is called the Jamaican Hot Chocolate. It's I grew it last year in my garden. It's just basically a chocolate covered, or chocolate covered, a chocolate brown colored habanero, and they do that chocolate, that brown pigment. It makes them taste a little different. They've got a unique taste. I liked them last year. They grow quite a lot of peppers on them, and so yeah, I wanted to grow another one. Let's see. Number 4 is it's called KSLS, which is Kangstar Lemon Starburst. Very popular pepper. It's yellow. It's kind of teardrop shaped. And what I like so much about that one is it's got this pop to it, this crisp to it. When you bite into it, it's crazy. It's like you're popping a little balloon or something. It explodes when you bite into it. It's sweet, but it's spicy. Very, very good. Very good pepper. And again, on the pepper lovers community, you can definitely find someone that will give you one of those. People grow those like crazy. So, and I'm sure by now, I think he started it, several years ago. And so I'm sure there's some pretty stable ones out there now. So if you got some seed, I think you could grow probably a pretty good looking phenotype with that. But so yeah, that's number 4. 5 is Scotch Bonnet Red. Pretty typical habanero pepper. They're about 100 to 325. The KSLS is, I'm just going to assume it's about 100 to 300,000 as well. So just your typical habanero heat. So then going up to Scotch Bonnet, about the same, 100 to 325. Number 6 is the White Devil's Tongue. Very good pepper. I got it from whitehotpepper.com. It grows a lot. It makes a lot of peppers. And they're about 125 to 325, so they're a little warmer. Let's see, number 7 is the Fatali. Very nice tasting habanero. It's kind of got a sharp tip on it. I think mine are orange, but always a very good pepper. So I'm growing one of those this year. Let's see. Number 8 is the Scotch Brains. So it's a slightly hotter version of the Scotch Bonnet. It's a cross, I know, between a bonnet and something else, maybe the yellow brain strain. But it's getting a little hotter. So the Scotch Brains is I think it's about 200 to 450,000. So getting a little warmer. Good pepper, it makes a pretty good bit of pepper. So decided to grow another one of those. Let's see, that was 8. Number 9 is the red Savina. Used to be the hottest pepper in the world years ago. It's anywhere from 4 to 650. So getting hotter still. Let's see. After the red Savina, we've got the Butte Jolokia caramel, just a caramel colored ghost. And it's rated at about 800,000 Scovilles. I've never grown it, so I wanted to try one this year. Number 11 is the yellow ghost. So should be about the same, just a yellow color. I love the yellow colored peppers. And that one tops out right at around 1 million. Which most ghost peppers do. So after that one, we've got, let's see, we've got Jay's Peach, another popular ghost pepper by that breeder Jay. I can't remember his last name. I've been growing that past couple years. It tops out around 1 million. It's got a nice peach color. After that, we've got a new one for me. It's a 7-pot Nebru. And it tops out around 1 million. I may be wrong on that. Some of these are newer and I'm not exactly sure. But it's hot. Let's see, after that one, we've got the Sherwood Carburuga Yellow. I'm going to grow 2 of those. I can't find exactly the Scovilles. I'm going to estimate 1 million to 1.5 million. It could be higher. I'm not sure. But I do like the yellow, like I said before. 15 is called the Red Fury. Sounds pretty hot. I don't know the Scovilles on this one again. I would say about the same, a 1 million plus. And let's see, 16, I've got, well, 16 and 17 are the Trinidad Morugas, yellow and red. I wanted to grow a couple of each of those. Those get hotter. Those are like 1.2 to 2 million, maybe even a little warmer than that. Very popular, very hot pepper. 18, it's a new one I saw. It's called the Ramirez Stinger. It was on white pepper, white hot peppers, and it was 1.2 to 2.2 million. So about the same as a Reaper. 19, I saw one, a new one called Zing, and it had a real wicked long looking scorpion tail. So I wanted to cross that with something else, but that one I'm just going to assume 1.5 to 2 million as well. And then the last one, number 20, is the Carolina Reaper, which, 1.4 to 2.2 million. So a lot of heat in these top 10. And my hopes are, I'm going to have all of these in the garden, but I would like to cross some of these in, like I say, maybe I build a greenhouse. I'd like to cross them later on in the year, but either way, that's the 20 that I'm going with. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of these up, and I will see y'all back in a minute. All right, well, that took me about an hour. So it's just 30 plants, and I hope to add a couple more in about a week. But that's it today, y'all. It'll probably be at least 3 weeks before I have an update on this. Hopefully by then everything will have emerged. But that's it, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below if you got any questions or comments, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.